So where did we leave off? You said you find yourself kind of being hard on yourself for being judgmental.
Yes.
So you think. You feel that you're judgmental.
Yes.
Is it basically because of what society says about people who size up other people?
Yes.
They kind of put a negative overcast on it, so you feel like perhaps I'm being a negative person?
Yes, and I find it so hard to deal with. I feel really ungodly. I feel like, am I going to be judged by God because I'm judging others? And I don't feel like I'm doing it in a negative way, but I kind of feel that I do it too much.
Okay. Um, Looking at others, sizing them up, and somewhat judging them is human nature. If it's gone, it's allowed to go unchecked, it can become something that's very negative
Right.
and hurtful to self and others.
Right.
But it's kind of natural to look at other people, and the reason why we can look at other people a lot more easily than we look at ourselves is
Mm-hmm.
because we're not always looking in the mirror.
But I judge myself too. I think I'm harder on myself, which is
Hmm.
why I keep myself in good appearance because I feel like that's the first thing people see, and that's what I'm going to be judged by first before I even open up my mouth to speak. So I
Hmm.
want to have a good appearance. So
Hmm.
I kind of look at other people like, why don't you do that?
In other words, you look at other people to see their strong suits,
Right.
what's good about them, and then you try to figure out, why don't I try to adopt that, or do you look at it like, oh, stupid me, why didn't you do that? Which
Both. I do
both.
both.
Okay, here's what I have to say about that. Observing others is human nature, and it's wisdom, it's intellect. It,
Really?
absolutely, you'd be a foolish person to go through life being oblivious um, of the character traits of others.
Hmm.
How else will you understand human behavior and be able to understand what kind of personalities that are before you or that work in your circle of network, in your network circle, or that work for you or work against you? You have to understand what it is about the character of a person that is good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
And we measure all things against what we understand culturally,
Mhm.
um, demographically,
Mhm.
and just based on upbringing, uh, what it is that's good, what is bad, and what's somewhere in the middle. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's bad when you begin to judge people and kind of box them into that which you saw, because you need to understand that people may be or appear a certain way that
Right.
is far from what's true about that, the core of
Actually,
that person.
I have an example. Today, when I went to my son's pediatrician, there was this man in the hallway,
Hmm.
and he was dressed like a janitor.
Okay.
And I thought he was the janitor, but he had this little penguin on the back of his neck, and I'm thinking, well, why does the janitor have a penguin on the back of his neck? But when he came into the room and he grabbed the chart and he introduced himself as the pediatrician,
Hmm.
I was kind of taken back because, and then I was hard on myself because I was like, oh my God, I judged him and I thought that he was the janitor, thinking that he would be dressed more professionally, slacks.
If I can interrupt you, here's what I think about what happened. It doesn't matter if he's the doctor or the janitor.
Right.
Neither position is greater or less than the other.
This is true.
Now, the fact that you were taken back because of what he had on
Mhm.
is the part that falls into judgment.
Right.
And the part about he's a doctor and oh my God, I had pitted him as a janitor is a problem.
Right.
Because if he were the janitor, he would be of equal importance. It's about the heart and the spirit of a person.
Right.
And what they do for a living is what they choose to do.
Right.
And either of them could have done either work.
Right.
Either could have assumed either position.
This is yeah. That is true.
And a janitor is a person that works
Right.
and he has an honest job
Right.
and he may be very peaceful and doing labor's work. In other words, you know, the kind of work that he does, he may find joy in. For example, whenever I'm really stressed out, I start cleaning.
Right.
And I'm able to work through the stress and find relaxation and peace in swinging a mop, pushing a broom, and loading the dishwasher.
I mean, I didn't judge him because of the job that he had. I just kind of thought that he just didn't look professional. So I
Right.
automatically assumed
I understand. But, in terms of the people at the school, I want to go back to that, or the
Mhm.
person on the bus,
Mhm.
and even in the doctor's office, what you can train yourself to do is like you can take what the enemy wants for evil and make it for good. We're modeled after God.
Mhm.
So God turns those things into good things.
Mhm.
You can either have lemon water or lemonade. You can add a sweetener to it. So you've got an eye that you have zoned as a judgmental eye.
Right.
Here's the sweetener. Use it. And don't you kick rocks. Use them. Pick them up and use them. Take the very thing that you feel is negative and make it work for you. Use that thing to begin to develop business plans that will help you develop other people along the way. So, the students in school, I think that's a great place to start. Someone had really bad teeth, really bad hair. Someone was dressed as a bum, you say, and maybe you can begin to offer lunch and learns during a lunch period where you talk to them
But would
about
they be open to that?
professional presentation. Well, you said that they looked at you and they kind of admired you, right?
Well, for the students, I don't really know, but the instructors, yes,
They admired you.
they did.
All right. So then that's an opportunity. That's an open door for you to be able to leverage the fact that you walk with an air of professionalism
Mhm.
and that you're interesting and appealing and marketable.
And that's what I was told. They kept telling me that um that I had the whole package and that I would really excel in that industry. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you guys don't even know me yet.
But here's the deal. All of the students have exactly what you have.
Right.
No one sees it. You know why? They're diamonds in the rough. But
Mhm.
you know the diamond is there.
Right.
You can come in with possible programs or practices that
Mhm.
help them to sparkle and shine up the diamond that's in every one of them.
Right.
So you know that the students, all they need to do is be led to the water and then they will drink.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So I think it would be a good idea for you to take notes and think about it for some time
Yeah.
about how you can get in there and present something that's going to cause advancement in that school.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because
Okay.
everybody was really great, really friendly. No one there was negative. Everybody was really great.
Right.
They just were not professional, or they just didn't seem like they would be in that profession.
Right. But you know what? It's about the gift that's in their hands.
Right.
All you have to do is be the bridge between the gift where they are today and their potential.
Right.
If you can bridge them to their potential, you will change lives, Chris. And you very well may open up a career opportunity for you that you had no idea existed.
That's a crazy thought.
It's a very realistic thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad I brought it to you because if I hadn't, I'd be thinking some other crazy things right now.
Right.
Guys are missing the best show ever.
Are we? Okay, we gotta go. Thanks for listening. Chris and Sonya Ward from Life Channels Empowerment Group. Niani, we're coming. What are we missing again?
Game.
The game. We gotta go. The game is on.